22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't want to take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines and stuff.
But
Welcome
so
to
I
the
can do
22-minute
that.
podcast.
Hi,
My name
guys.
is Wes Sigurdson. Today is Friday. Woo! But yeah, no. So yeah. You know, if we do get so whenever we do the video shop, we're still gonna have video, guys.
Mhm.
You know, don't worry. We're talking about how we're gonna do that and all that. It's kind of, you know, I find it kind of fun.
Yeah.
Once you figure it out, it's nice, but it's also fun to figure it out. But yeah, you know, I'm also wondering if this program here doesn't, that we're using to record this, if it doesn't just allow you to replace a background without a green screen. If honestly you can just like use Zoom as a video source or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then just use the background in Zoom and then send your video to OBS through that. But we'll figure it out. We'll work it out. We'll work it through. But yeah, man, it's Friday.
It is.
You guys are going into your weekend. I mean, we all are.
Yeah, we all are, right?
I don't know. You know, it's summer, man. I'm not so much a summer guy. I need to get a little more sun. I think, like just the vitamin C, right? Or vitamin D. Excuse me, vitamin D. I need
VD.
just in general. You know, I'm going to the dermatologist.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, so they can take this thing off my foot.
What is the thing?
I think it's a lesion, they said, which probably isn't good. You know what I mean?
What is a lesion?
I don't know. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It sounds scary.
Yeah. Does it hurt?
No.
Okay.
It's been there a long time.
Okay.
Long.
It's just something on your skin that just like looks funny.
Yeah. It doesn't look good. I mean, it looks better than it has before. I'll tell you that. But anyway, it's gross. But yeah, I imagine they're just gonna plop that off.
Yeah.
You know, in some way.
Yeah.
Have a little scab on my foot for a while or
Yeah.
something. At least I hope they're gonna take it off. You
Yeah.
know, just get it out of here.
Yeah.
Man, and I need to tell you what, I need to go to the dentist. I need to make that appointment.
You doing that before you move out?
That's the plan. I need to so I need to get a certification within that time too. I got to do a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I end up doing it at the end of the year, because I need to do it before the end of the year.
Yeah,
It's kind of the goal. I mean I have to because of my
Mhm.
fucking premium and shit or whatever. So yeah, it's gonna happen before the end of the year. I don't know that I'll have time in the next couple months. I'd like to do it here.
Gotcha.
I would. But the thing is guys, we're getting really, this is gross and it's personal. But then again, you know, maybe it's relatable.
Mm.
All right? I don't know. Maybe you're...
So many things are lesions. Interesting.
Gotcha.
Acne, skin tags,
Sure. So they just call it. They're
Mhm.
just like,
freckle, anything, moles.
right. They're just
That
like,
skin tag looks like a nipple.
skin tags are gross. And I think I will have them. I mean, I think we all kind of,
I have one on my armpit.
yeah, right.
Right.
I
So
could
that's why
have, yeah.
that's why I stopped wearing
Mhm.
deodorant with aluminum. It's like, I wonder if that's the reason why I have a skin tag. So I now use aluminum-free deodorant.
You know, this is, again, perhaps relatable. I use Secret,
Mm-hmm.
but it is the aluminum free that
Yeah.
they have.
I used to use that
Uh-huh.
Secret. I mean, or no. Did I use Secret? I used Dove
Got you.
growing up, like exclusively. I think everybody
sure.
in the house used fucking
Well,
Dove.
but you know when an aluminum free deodorant comes from such a huge company like
Mhm.
that, it always seems sus.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, okay, sure.
Less aluminum.
What else is in there?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
But what is
yeah.
the substitute
Sh-
for?
Exactly. So even though I'm using it, it works great, of course.
Yeah.
But that's the point. Is like, why does this work so much better than everything else
Right,
on the
right,
market?
right.
Well, probably because it's bullshit. And it's a different form of cancer or
Mhm.
something. And yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know. But listen,
There'll be new lesions to come from it.
yeah, exactly. No, but hey, I reached an age, or perhaps a body mass, I don't know, where all of a sudden I was like, oh, damn, I can't skip deodorant.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I don't. Who knows what it is?
Yeah.
But because as a teenager, like, not that I didn't need it or whatever,
Right.
but if I missed like a day
Sure.
from a shower or something,
Sure.
it actually wasn't that crazy.
Right.
but these
No,
days,
it is definitely. I think it is an age.
yeah. We're rotting. What's
Yeah,
up?
that's true.
Welcome to Friday.
Hi.
We're rotting. Let's see. I don't even know how long. I mean, it doesn't matter what order or whatever. 5 minutes. Hey, you guys want to hear about some movies that came out today?
Okay, hold on. But can we do some?
Oh,
music?
sure.
Can we do the
Yeah,
music?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter what order. Just
Okay.
let's go.
Okay.
Let's
okay.
go.
Well, I do want you to read. I want you to read. Yeah, I do want you.
On
to
this,
read.
I haven't even read it yet,
Okay.
but on this day in 2006, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus reminds us how cool it is to be spiritual against violence towards women with their debut, Don't Fake It, containing the well-written, beautifully written, tremendous, the best, elegantly produced, face down. You know, I ran... Wait, were you involved in this?
Such a good chuckle.
I
can't wait.
See, this is okay. If we're gonna inside baseball
Mhm.
podcast
Yeah.
or radio or whatever, just broadcast show, a consistent show. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. It's
Yeah.
like first I'm like, oh, Mike can get me to read whatever, and then it becomes a bit that I'm just going to read whatever, you know, and then it's funny. But that's how you build shit, and you know what? That's also how the audience becomes more involved because then they're in on the joke.
Yeah.
You know? So, I don't know. Should I do a podcast about how to do a podcast?
That would be neat, actually.
I mean,
I think you would actually get a lot of
sure.
a lot of clickies on that.
Like, hey, but you know, I guess you don't have to. Like, hey, I produce my own podcast. No one listens to it, but maybe someone will listen to yours. I don't know.
Right.
Like,
But I mean, it's like this is a way to do it, and this is
Well,
like
here's a little
this is the
insight.
math behind like how it
Yeah.
works, and just like even the psyche of people. You know.
You know, but the real what would honestly happen, and this is understandable, is someone who actually has produced like a podcast for over a decade would then be like a better source, just a better source.
Yeah.
And you know, if I had started getting any attention for it, they would do it. So, you know, some company would produce a podcast, you know, a mimic podcast of the same shit. But anyway, and then why would people listen to me? I haven't actually produced. I mean, listen, it's fun. Whatever, it's fun to yell about it. And maybe someone will see. That was before the internet and all that, and when it was a radio thing, especially before the internet. It's like you're just like, oh, you're a graduate from this place, and okay, yeah, we'll give you a job. Instead of like, where's your reel? Why don't you have
Right.
a
Right.
like, why don't you have 5 years of experience already? Because everyone does this because it's the internet. So it was just easier back then,
Yeah.
guys. But don't worry, AI will soon replace all of us. I mean, what they call AI,
Right.
not what we got. You know, not the fun AI that sci-fi told us was going to happen. Like the real AI. You
Right.
know, the real AI is the AI that is like it's a sentient. You know, it actually can think for itself instead of just a rudimentary like version, or not a rudimentary, just like an advanced version of like an algorithm. Also, you know, I remember one time you almost like were like, oh, our feeds are so the same, and like I subconsciously shut that down.
Yeah.
Not because it wasn't true.
No. Right.
Because it was true. You're
Yeah,
right. It's
yeah,
very
yeah,
true.
yeah.
But because then I would have gone on a rant I didn't want to go on. I think is what happened.
Yeah.
And that rant is like yes and no. Okay. Like I think we give too much credit to these algorithms.
Yeah. No,
I
for
think is
sure,
ultimately.
for
I guess that's
sure,
the,
for sure.
the shorthand
Yeah.
way to say like they've convinced us. They've hyped up these algorithms. And ultimately, because I'm just saying, like, they definitely think because my neighbors are Hispanic that I need Spanish. You know what I mean? Like, they actually do not know who they're
Right.
talking to.
Right.
They know that someone in this internet area has searched something in Spanish and then it's confused me. I mean, yeah, sure, they're pulling stuff from my phone and all that. That's not that advanced. That's
Right,
just, in my
right.
mind, not that advanced. And even then, it's not like they're giving me advertisements for something I Googled out of curiosity, not out of like wanting a product.
Right.
So they still don't know what I want.
Right.
They just have reference of data,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't actually know how to interpret that data. And honestly, that's how I feel about the AI as well. You know, if I ask for like in the way that I might use it to like, oh, I'm trying to write an idea, a story idea for fun. Why don't I ask AI? You know, I'm trying to do it. Okay, so I this is literally what I did. I was like, okay, I want a satirical kind of political comedy where like leftist, anarchist groups from Oregon and Washington, like militia groups in the fucking woods there, anarchist groups. They team up with the like alt-right militias that are growing to take down the government, or at least that's their plan. But it falls apart in a farcical comedy because they can't really get along, and the government
That sounds great.
and the government ultimately does like very small and like kind of mundane things to sabotage them, and they just do it right in their face. Like, okay, like, hey, guess what? Not going to do that anymore, like kind of thing, while they're fighting with one another.
Right.
And I think it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
And so I asked AI, like, hey, give me a plot breakdown of that from that story structure. They just gave me a Mel Brooks comedy, which I'm not saying it wouldn't be a good thing to do.
Sure.
But it has no originality.
Sure.
So again, like but the problem is there are guys who understand, who have as much reference in their brain as I do, because that's ultimately what it is.
Yeah.
AI is a kind of version of a writer or an engineer or whatever who just has all the reference points.
Yep.
And so they're able to kind of give you, like, crap out an idea based on all the reference points. And that used to be an individual's job, to educate yourself and have as much information about what you're trying to do as possible. And then you can be like, ooh, what if I kind of do this and I do this? And that's basically why they call it AI, because it's generative in the sense of that's what they're doing.
Right.
And in that way, it is kind of mimicking human thought. And so that's why they're allowed to call it AI. But really, like, that generative part is, like, super important. And it's why it's distinct from an algorithm.
Yeah.
But it's still not originality. And it's not true creativity. It's just a reference. It's a speaking reference. You know? It's interesting. It is interesting. I get it. But at the same time, that's what an individual who is educated should be able to do already.
Yeah.
I get using it as, like, again, an organization, whatever. Anyone should be able to find a use for it. I'm not saying that, but yeah. And so, yeah, you could take, like, that idea and say, why don't we make it a Mel Brooks comedy, and then, like, put our own twist on it and modernize it or something like that. That's a great idea. But if you just leave it up to AI, they're not really going to know how to do that, because they don't know how to make it original. They're just like, well, it's interesting, because I actually did ask it once, or yesterday. I asked it. I was like, hey, give me the plot points that lead Llewellyn Moss in No Country for Old Men to have multiple parties pursuing him. That's what I asked, and it did. It gave me exactly what I wanted, and I was like, okay. Give me a different version. Like, give me a new version of that. And it didn't. It could not do it. It just gave me a regurgitation of No Country for Old Men, or like pulled from other shit. It just could not do it. And that's why. And again, like, I would never use what it was going to tell me. I would just be like, let's get my brain going or whatever. And it couldn't even do that.
Jeez.
Maybe there's like another. I was just using the Google one. The Gemini one.
Right.
So maybe there's another one that is better for that or something.
There's a few of them.
Oh, dude, there's a lot.
Oh, are there really?
Well, some of them are like fake though,
Oh, really?
Where it's just like people. Yeah. I don't know how common that is, but I've definitely have heard some stories, some headlines. I've seen some headlines and shit.
That's wild. That's like fast response time.
Well, because they have like hundreds of people in like India,
Why does that not surprise me? That's wild.
Because everything.
Yeah.
We're learning. If AI and kind of what I'm blathering about with algorithms in general and our feeds and shit like that, and you know what's another good example? This is kind of crazy. People used to really hype up Israel's Iron Dome.
Oh, yeah.
The defense system.
Yep.
And now we're finding out that it turns out it's actually not super effective, and a lot of the defense was just like saying it was super effective.
Don't even try.
It doesn't stop like 10% or something. It's like a good chunk that it really isn't. Yeah.
That is a large percent.
Yeah, dude. So anyway, we're just finding out more and more that I don't know if this is a product of capitalism and just like generations of lying,
Yeah.
but everything is hype. Everything is
Yeah.
hype. Like pretty much
Mm.
like everything. When you
Well, if you think about it.
like in a consumerist society,
Mhm.
everything ideas.
Yep.
You know, ideas. I mean, you really can't tell me anything that's not hype. I mean, even when it comes to the most basic, like, you know what's not hype? Well, actually, no, this is bullshit. I was gonna say that water's not hype, but they'll sell it to you for $4.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
100%. And people,
Oh, this water here.
exactly. Yes, and that's the point. Is like, oh, is that Ozarka? You know what I mean? In a consumerist society, everything is a classist choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's crazy. And we're stuck. What are you going to do?
Maybe we should just sell water and call it toilet.
I mean, dude, I have business ideas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You work at well, I don't know exactly where you work anymore. At some point, you worked at a place where I guess, like, you were doing direct manufacturing. I don't know if you do.
No, we still do.
Okay, got
Yep.
you. Man, I've hit, our hard sells are still selling.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got a goth one. I got a goth idea for one. I told you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But then who do you have to convince to
Right,
actually
right,
let
right.
you do that? And then how
And
in the
that's going to
world?
be a lot more difficult now being
Right,
under a larger
right.
umbrella.
And then that also is like, well, how in the world do I keep or do we keep? You know.
Anything from
Yeah.
that. Right.
Yeah. So, yep. That's how it works.
Yep.
You literally have to do it yourself.
Yep.
And that's honestly what they're trying to make harder and harder and harder.
Yeah. No, that is absolutely right.
Yeah.
More disheartening than ever.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was already pretty difficult,
Mhm.
and I definitely grew up in a family that was like, go get a job from a corporation, so that it was already the point. The point
Yeah.
was already to go
Hey, this is where
find
everything-
stability through people who already have money and
Mhm.
get some of their money. Anyway, whatever. This turned into a weird.
Happy Woo Day.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even know. Who's watching it? Like your sister's like, yeah, I know. What does your sister do?
She works for ASU.
Ah, cool.
She's moved around a couple of different departments. Yeah,
Yeah.
through ASU. I'm not sure what
That's cool.
she does now, but no, she does really well. So
Her kids could go to ASU for free, huh?
Oh yeah, and
Nice.
the new one too. Will have because I think Buck already has some stuff through ASU. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. Maybe I'm
Sure, how it works, whatever. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you. I
yeah.
got you. But no, I do know. I mean, my mom almost because she retired from working for Bank of
Yeah,
America
BOA.
for a couple decades. Maybe 3. I don't know if I can remember.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
Well, I knew
Well,
I guess
she started as a
teller?
as a teller
Yeah.
before. I mean, excuse me, not a teller, but a basically like a phone operator, like as an ATM, not an ATM, but like you'd call and you'd be like, hey, this is me, this is my identification. I want to check my balance.
did you just do balance inquiries?
And probably some other stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but that was like where she started,
Hmm.
and she was like, I don't know, 19 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's wild though, because we have online banking,
100%.
and before, no, hey, I just want to find out what were my last 5 transactions.
Well,
Okay.
eventually though, she became vice president of check fraud claim.
No shit.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
I mean, that's
Didn't she work at the building with the hole?
no.
Or
She
next, close to that building.
she
maybe?
worked at the Green Building, and then she also worked at like kind of the building right next to the Green Building
Okay.
downtown. That's all kind of like squares,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was the main building she worked at for years. But they also worked at this other building. I remember being very young because she met my stepdad at Bank of America, and
Did he also work there?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he was like part of sales or something because he's all loud, boisterous, and thinks he's funny. No, it's right. But she both of them, and I guess my dad too. Whatever, like that's the thing, man. We live. It's only a couple decades later,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the way things have changed so fucking much.
Yeah. drastically.
The
so
idea
quickly.
the idea that they had that worked for them
Yep.
isn't really, it is there, but it's less there
Yeah.
than it was
Yeah.
before. And it, I mean, it sucks because it's not like people don't still have that life and it works. So that's why it's so difficult
Right.
to have conversation,
Right.
because it's like, why hasn't it worked for you? It's like, well, I don't know, man. I mean, me personally,
It worked at a time, and now that time has changed because there's more of us trying to.
well, yeah, there's definitely more of us trying to, and there are less jobs. They're trying to make less
Yeah,
jobs.
yeah.
Like they're actively trying to do that.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, for me anyway, it's like I got a dumb degree. I applied to the places. There's not a lot of places. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like it does seem like there had to be way more opportunity as far as like a variety of industries. And anyway, it's hey, if you're trying to get a job out there, you know.
Yeah. No, it's
And-
true.
And you got a kid, so you're never leaving your job.
Nope.
Um,
Absolutely not.
unless somebody like scalps, or what do you call it? Poaches you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they can poach me all they want. That's
What
fine.
do you
Right.
what do you get paid? Oh, I get paid this. This is my impression of you. I get paid this.
Oh, you made this. Thank you.
They're like, we'll pay you double. Anyway,
Thank you, sir.
I mean, you could always do that though. I mean, not that you have any inclination to do that, but shop around. As
Yeah,
they say.
yeah.
Well, hey, if Scout convinces you to move to Texas,
Ah, my God. Yeah.
but then again, you know, that's what's
See, well, that's what I told her too. Is like, well, listen,
Yeah.
we do things here that
Right.
we wouldn't be able to do there
Oh, 100%.
because Daddy makes the money that he makes here that he wouldn't be able to make in Dallas from the cost of living, and then just there's a lot of other things that go into.
Well, that's what's no, but that
moving
is
to
what
Texas.
like you, all of us, right? We
Mm-hmm.
all work in one industry or another, and like the insight that you have and that I have of this or that
Mhm.
kind of thing, where like you know where the money is.
Mhm.
Shelby works in live like events,
Mhm.
whether that's music or just anything, corporate events, shit like
Mhm.
that. Well, he knows not to go to fucking move to Oklahoma City,
Right.
You know, or
Right,
whatever.
right.
Anywho, we're out of time.
Happy Woo Day, y'all. We'll
All
see
right.
you next week.
See you next week. We're going to
Bye.
continue to talk about nothing.
I love it.
Okay, bye.